the Women's Football Development Manager at WAFU Zone A. And here we are today at the Gambia Football Federation to witness this very important moment of the CAF prize money presentation between the two amazing schools in the Gambia, that is the Scan 8 girls and New Yundum Upper Basic School boys, being champions for the region West Africa. So before going or saying anything regarding this, I want us all to just start with the opening prayer, and then we go with the protocol. Just 1 minute silence. Thank you all once again for gracing our invitation here at the Gambia Football Federation. First of all, I would like to start with a presentation on my far right, Mam Pategay, my boss, who is the Executive Director of the Gambia at WAFU Zone A, and the President, of course, of the Gambia Football Federation, and as well the WAFU Zone A office here in Banjul, and Alassane C, the rep of the school football, and our competition manager, Mr. Sisse, and we have also our assistant executive and as well our safeguarding officer, Madam Dong Fatou, and of course, Bakari Bibalde, BB, commonly known as BB, GFF manager for communications, and Mr. Yang, the principal of New Yundum Upper Basic School, and his delegates, as well from my left, Mr. Balamin Sisse, the finance director or manager at WAFU Zone A, and Mr. Jallo, of course, the principal of Scan 8 Upper Basic School, Girls Gambia, and his delegates. Welcoming everyone to this very important programs, all the media houses. Thank you all for gracing our invitations and journalists present here. And of course, Mr. Kewa, I forgot to mention your, and who? And Mamadou Jallo, of course, from WAFU Zone A, our communication and marketing manager. Thank you all once again for gracing this very important moment, because today is a day for celebration for Gambia and Africa as well. Why I said celebration, we've been waiting for this moment for a long time ago, and today is just to see smiles on everyone's face. Why? Because 2 years ago, there was this program launched in CAF prize money competition for school football, and then now to all the regions of CAF. But since the inception of this very important program, there was like competitions, and these very good teams competed for Gambia and qualified for the region, but have not received anything from CAF. So today is a great source for everyone to understand the incept of this project and the motivation behind it to the region. So first of all, I also like to say, I am Aisa Veronique Malak, your moderator for the program. But a highlight 2 years ago from the competition, it was competed here in Banjul, Gambia Football Federation, and these two teams won their place for WAFU Zone A, where they compete and won. So today we are here to show the presentation of the equipment, because this program is not only physical, like many people think in their mind, if you're a champion, you receive the cash prize of US dollars in thousands. No, we are saying, CAF is saying, this project is put into a physical construction projects, that you, your school, will aim to say, this is what I want to do. At the end of the day, you present a paperwork. It's a process. It's not a one-day show. So we would also like to take this opportunity to thank all the schools for their patience, because I know it's long overdue until this today has arrived. Thank you also to the President of the Gambia Football Federation, as well the President of WAFU Zone A, for giving the support always and encouragement to develop women's football in the Gambia, particular football generally. So I'll leave the floor now by saying, I would like to welcome the Executive Director of WAFU Zone A, Mr. Mampategay, to give a remarks. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Ñoo ngi leen di nuyu yéen ñëpp di rafetlu tey teewaay bi ñu daje fii ci fédération bi pour joxe prize money CAF championnat scolaire bi xam ni première édition bi la ñu defoon 2022 Cap Vert, après ñu def South Africa schoolu Gambie yi am ñi nga xam ne dañu bokk si ñi gagné ay médailles ak ay trophées loolu la ñu ñëw tey pour jox leen ko di féliciter rek GFF ak liggéey bu rafet bi ñuy def ba seen school yi mën a bokk ci ñi am ndam ci Afrique ak ci Afrique West Africa day wane rek ne fédération bi ñi ngi liggéey bu rafet ndax bu liggéey boobu amul woon school yi wala team yi du ñu mën a gagné dara ba tey ñu daje fii di leen jox ndax am nañu 9 country ci zone bi ñett ñoo ci am ay trophy ci African school bi Gambia bokk ci kon loolu day wane rek ne liggéey bi ñuy liggéey rafet na am na njariñ ci football bi am na njariñ aussi ci school yi ndax school yi la ñuy jox tey lii ñu gañe ñun wafu zone A président bi bu fi nekkee sax man waruma woon jël kàddu waaye dellu rafetlu rek liggéeyu fédération bi ak collaboration bu rafet bi nga xam ne am na ci diggante GFF ak wafu ñu continuer ci liggéey boobu noonu di leen jaajëfal di leen war rek ne liggéey bi nii rek la football moom ku liggéey am ku liggéeyul doo am li mooy wane rek ne GFF ñi ngi liggéey te nañu continuer ci liggéey boobu yeneen i ndam dina ñëw jërëjëf.
Jërëjëf, thank you very much my boss Mr. Mampate Gay, Executive Director Wafu Zone A, for those wonderful words and encouraging for development of football. Like he said, for Banjul, it's very important for us to know that there were these 3 very schools that qualify for the zone, and making the impact is showing that what Gambia Football Federation is investing in development of football. So you see, in every foundation, if you start it strong, everything will be strong. And I will say applause again to the Gambia Football Federation President and his team for always developing grassroots football. That's why today we are here. And for grassroots football, will also lead us to have great national teams that will compete for us in the CAF competition and as well in the FIFA World Cups. Thank you very much, GFF. Okay, and following the proceedings, I would like to say thank you very much, you all. And now I would like to welcome, to give the chance to the President of the Gambia Football Federation to give remarks to, the principal, sorry. Now, before the President speaks, we allow the school principals also to have something to say, because I believe we are all together in this journey. And through thick and thin, today we are here to celebrate. You must have a chance to also alter a word from your end, so that we can also hear expressions why you are here today. Thank you very much, Presi, for that one. And now I'll give the floor to Scan 8 Gambia, the girls, of course. I'm not biased, first. Ladies first. Ladies first. So, Mr. Jallo, we give you the floor. Also give a remarks regarding this important program.
Yeah, thank you very much, Madam Chair. Thank you very much, Madam Chair, and the entire Gambia Football Federation. So it is definitely a very great moment, not only for Mr. Jallo and his team, Scan 8, but I believe for the entire nook and corner of this country. We are very much elated, despite the time it has taken. That is roughly almost 2 years. We were challenged from our board, the pressure from the board, from the parents, from students, from the community of Burfoot, asking about the prize money. He said, in fact, some went to the extent of telling us that you people, we don't think you can have your money. So, but with patience, just as the Englishman said, the patient dog eats the fattest bone. We were very much patient, and I think it has started paying dividend. We hope and pray that these projects will be completed soonest. So I would take this platform to definitely thank my team. That is not only the Scan 8 football team, but the staff and management of the school. Because what brought in all this is the teamwork that we are known for in Scan 8. So we work as a team, we work as a family. You go to the school, you would not sometimes even see Mr. Jara, but you would see everybody busy doing his or her own quota to the development of the school. So the success of our girls definitely goes a long way. And I'm very much optimistic that it will not stop here. We will continue keeping the great momentum. Scan 8 now is not only a name of Burfoot only. Before we were even called the birthday coach school because of our location. It's very remote. And it's behind the graveyard. But of course, now the school, I think, is a great school. It's a school to be reckoned with. It has gone beyond the four corners of Africa even. So on that note, I would not want to keep you waiting for long, but I am very much happy and definitely impressed with everybody here. And on that note, I would want to thank everybody here. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jallo. Indeed, you did great for football development in the Gambia, because we would like to say we want all schools also to emulate these schools. Why? Because being a leader in a school is difficult, and most of them focus only on administration. So if you see a principal who loves sports, particularly giving chance to sports, particularly in football, I think we need to give a round of applause to all these great men. Once again, thank you very much. We take this opportunity to give the chance to Mr. Gain, the newly appointed school principal of New Yundum Upper Basic School, also give remarks in this ceremony. Thank you.
Are you aware the school is business to become? From next academic year. Huh? We cannot accept that. No. Go back.
Well, first of all, good afternoon to Mr. President, and I would like to felicitate Mr. Gay and recommend his presence here, and my fellow principal of Scan 8 and all other protocol duly observed here. I will first of all appeal to all of you to join me to pay tribute to the late principal, who worked tirelessly and dedicate with the staff with me and some of the footballers behind me, doing the wonderful job until they get to this level. The school is a young school. I can say it's almost 3 years. And I joined them last September with the late principal. And before go further, I would like us to observe at least 1 minute and pray in our heart for him, for the hard job he has done, please, sir. Okay, thank you very much. My heart is filled with joy and gratitude to those who have done the wonderful job. In particular, GFA, leading our country, our great people. Here we are. The achievement they have not made it only for the school, not only for your New Yundum village, but for the entire nation. And the, school, the name of the school, as the Scan 8 principal has said, has gone beyond the borders now. Many countries will be asking, who is New Yundum? Gambia was not known when football started growing in years back. But nowadays, we are not underdogs. And I believe we'll continue not to be underdog, but to be record. And that has started with the president, of course. Let's try to show gratitude. And Mr. President, I will say once again, thank you very much for your hard work. And looking at what has been achieved, it's not only for New Yundum Upper Basic, but for the entire nation and the education in particular. And here, Mr. C, I will say thank you very much, representing Education Ministry. And looking at the kids behind me, who were a part of it, and the staff, the dedicated staff, starting from Madam Suso, Lamin Minte, Simon P., and then Modu F. Shaw. They were a part of the team with the hard work, hardness, whether it was hard or simple. They were doing utmost best to get to where we are today. I'm just part of those who are reaping the benefit. But I believe it will go a long way for others to emulate, and then for the country itself in the long run to groom a very solid team of which we will all be proud of. Coming to the material, I promise, inshallah, we'll put it into good use. And I hope and pray the staff with me, they are still around, will continue to be with me to serve as a guide and for us to be able to use it amicably and then have benefit, not only those who have worked for it, but those coming after us. So therefore, I don't want to keep you long and say thank you very much to all those who are present and those who intend to be with us here and those who are outside under the hot sun, under the rain, doing all what they need to do for us to be where we are today. And I hope and pray we'll continue beyond this level. I therefore say thank you very much. I don't want to keep you long. Yeah.
For the Gambia, because let's say when building stages, you must start from a foundation and from the upper hand to a narrow level. So, Mr. Cisse, we want to recognize your presence. As well, thank you for the wonderful guidance and work you've went through with all these schools participating in the school football competition that lead Gambia to have teams that will participate in the CAF competition. So, we give you the opportunity to give us few remarks.
No, he's already on the list.
He's on the list.
He has a different task. No, yes. I don't know what happened. I just saw it. I didn't even record that he was make your Hassan has a different task to perform.
All right. Thank you so much. And I want to sincerely apologize for coming a little bit late from another engagement. I want to applaud the Gambia Football Federation, the Winning Schools, and the Secondary School Sports Association for a wonderful job, work done from the beginning. It has been a collective responsibility, and then the GFF has definitely supported the School Football Association to ensure that the preliminary championship has taken place within the Gambia, without which we will not have actually been part of the regional championship. Football in the Gambia is growing, and then football should begin from schools, and that is what the federation realized. And that is why they are definitely supporting the association to ensure that football starts from the schools. We catch them young. And looking at this cohort of players, the girls and the boys who participated in the regional championship, honestly have done very well. Their coaches at the level of the schools and the school administration have supported them. Without their support, they would not have been the winners within the Gambia, and they win again at the regional championship and also at the Africa, continental level. I want to urge my colleague principals out there to emulate SCAN8 principal and that of New Yundum, the late Mr. Diba, and the current one, Mr. Keva Jeng. They have supported football at the level of their school, They were willing to spend, they were willing to listen to their PE teachers, and they are willing to collaborate with them, and then giving the children the chance, the opportunity to showcase their talents in any competition that has been staged. And Scan Aid has been one of the schools that has been very much constant in our championships, being in athletic, being in football. They're definitely having these materials today is something that they really worked hard for. And I also want to thank the parents for allowing us to at least be with the children, giving us that trust, giving us that confidence at all times. Anytime we call, they release the children and they're always with us wherever we want them to be. Coming back to the Secondary School Sports Association, my executive, on behalf of my executive, definitely the executive members have supported me and together with the Gambia Football Federation to ensure that football at the level of schools grow from strength to strength. And we have seen since the beginning of this championship, Gambia has been represented. And this year also, 2024, Gambia participated in the Continental Championship. Although, unfortunately, we could not come out as winners. But last year, that is because they were winners, that is why today we are gathered here to receive this prize money. Like the principal of Scanet said, Mr. Jallo, they have been waiting for so long, and a lot of people were anxious, some were even skeptical that these are things that will come into reality. But we have always been there to tell them, just be patient and you will get your prize money, your materials, and also the project that has been designed to support sports development in your schools will all come. Everything, the full package will all come. And even the regional winners from this year's championship, the prize money also will all come. Whatever we win from international, we'll definitely get it. Without the support of Gambia, how to call it, the GFF, Gambia Football Federation, we will find it very difficult to participate in the championship. That is the honest to God truth. And also I want to thank the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education for creating this platform for us to be able to at least engage school children anytime we needed them. They also supported in kind, they supported morally, always whenever we are taking part in the international fora. Last year, Bottrop Senior Secondary School were part of the schools across the world to take part in the World Cup of school football. So this year, we took part in the Continental Championship. So once again, Mr. Kaba Bajo, the president of the Gambia Football Federation, I want to thank you immensely on behalf of school football, the entire school children of this country, for creating this platform and the support always when necessary. Thank you.
You and the ministry, we really say thank you for supporting football in the Gambia. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just watching us, I'm your host. My name is Veronique Malak. Again, I would like to say that this 49 cartons of equipments that come from CAF, on which 19 are for the boys, Yundum, and 30 are for Scan 8 girls, the Gambia. So, with this, it's time to tell you it's just the first phase of the project. Now, there's another second phase, which is expected to be implemented very soon, which is the physical construction, physical plan. Because you cannot say to us, I want to build a lab, for example, and you don't give us a plan of the lab. So all those documents are processes that we all gather together, send to CAF, and they approve them. Now they're sending a contractor to Banjul to make sure we implement this. But just to a short highlight, Scanet Gambia is very important for people to know. Part of their projects are to build a science laboratory lab. It's very important. A fence for the school football field, because you need to show this is my security place, this is my area. So that is very important. A school bus for transportation. So without football, for the first time, the school will not have that. Agree or not? So please, this is very important, and we like your project. And I move forward to New Yundum Upper Basic School. They are planning to build a borehole. We all know borehole projects are what for? Usable for the community. We need water. Human beings cannot do without water. So it's very important for this project to be successful or implemented. And the construction of a dressing room. Football cannot go without dressing rooms. You need privacy when there is a game. So keep it up, Mr. Principal. As well, internet facility. We need internet in the school for students to research, teachers to research. The last but not the least, safeguarding program, which I love most because we have our Mohamed Sinera here from the Gambia Football Federation as an officer, and as well Madam Dom from Wafu Zone A. So this rest assault will be implemented by the grace of God. Thank you all. Now we move on to the next on the agenda is the presentation or remarks to be given by the President of the Gambia Football Federation as well Wafu Zone A, Mr. Lamin Kapata.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Vero, and good afternoon. My colleague, the executive committee member of the Gambia Football Federation, and also president of the Schools Football Association. In fact, I don't know what happened. I only saw him. Maybe somebody was standing, and when Alassane wrote the piece that I noticed, I realized he was around. Maybe skipping fast, you know, it's a secondary talibe, some book is secondary, correct. And then the executive director, Mr. Mapate Gay of the West African Football Union Zone A, and all his managers start from the Master of Ceremonies herself, who's our own Vero. Balamin, the manager, finance manager, is our own brother also. We have a big brother, Mr. Ablai Sise, director for competitions at the Wafu Zone A office in Kololi here. And we have our brother, Mr. Momodi Jallo, a brother from Mali. He's the manager for marketing and communications. We have the manager for technical development, Mr. Basware Javi, the brother from Senegal, is not around here. And Fatundong is a personal assistant to the executive director and also the safeguarding officer. So now the whole Wafu A office is here from myself and except the cleaners and others who couldn't be here today. This is a historic moment for Gambian football as a country and also for the zone. Also acknowledge the presence of the two principals, Mr. Jeng and Mr. Jallo, and your staff, the students, the GFF staff, from the communication manager, the members of the media, the president of Gambia Football Coaches Association. You are all most welcome to Gambia Football Federation to witness this very important occasion. As we would have learned already what we are here for from the previous speakers, the Master of Ceremonies, who has been delegated by CAF, coordinate the whole process. Since the opening or the resumption of operations of Wafu Zone Secretariat in Gambia here, which is located in Kololi, a few months ago, the executive director really relaunched, who has been working with our technical department and the general secretary and the School Football Association, Mr. C in particular, to put all this in together, coordinating with the respective schools for these things to be realized, at least for today. So the WAFU office representing CAF. CAF is implementing the project, the championship, on behalf of the sponsors and financiers, which is the Mosepe Foundation. So you all know President Patrice Mosepe, the president of CAF today, Confederation of African Football. Alhamdulillah, he's a wealthy man in his own right, one of the top richest on the continent. Because of that, he also created a foundation that also do some social and other activities. So he has allocated $10 million from his foundation and gave it to CAF to run this program. So the African football school football competition is fully and wholly sponsored by the Mosepe Foundation. And for the thinking was that you don't only come and do a competition at the end of the day. Maybe you are giving cash prizes. Maybe the money is spent something different from that, and because things evolve. For them, what they want is also have to ensure that there are projects that will be everlasting in the schools. This is why the prize monies, as they are announced, the cash was not given. I don't want to really repeat that. I think it's been very clear. We have had a lot of issues over that. and some went to the extent of, oh, we know that a particular country already received their money, why give what give doing with their money? And I think the best thing would have been to walk into this office and get the right answers. Despite us coming out with a press release, it won't still solve the problem. A few days ago, I was just telling Mr. C, I received a message on Messenger from one of the parents. He claimed to one of the parents, threatening that they're going to call a press conference because they know that a lot of money has already come and your children did not get the money. And I've interacted with some of the parents. I think the principle in football in general, from CAF to FIFA, at youth football level, they don't encourage physical cash. They never announce. You don't even hear cash prize money given to. At that level, what the kids are contented with are certificates, trophies, medals, and plaques. Because when money gets into their head at that early stage, it can disorient them from really development. Because football up to 18, 19, up to the under 20 are all considered to developmental stage, because it's where it's a step for you to cross into another level. So this is a principle that we couldn't. But I think that's the opinion and feeling of some members of society. But I have no doubt that your late predecessor and his staff, Mr. Jallo, have been working very closely. We are also not happy about the time it took us to be here today, and can take a little bit long because this is quicker than the infrastructure development. But I think the projects that are listed here are projects that you yourself submitted to CAF through the Gambia Football Federation and the WAFU Secretariat. These are the projects that we want based on the lump sum money. And part of it is what is used to procure this equipment. To repeat my brother's statement and to further expound on it, all this is realized or achieved because of the very close working relationship that the Federation has with the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, because it's at top. A few years ago, we signed a memorandum of understanding, which is rare on the continent. Many countries or member associations are taken as an example that we are able to manage to have such an understanding between the government through the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education. And we are currently working on, about 2 weeks ago, we had a meeting at the ministry, which was presided by the Permanent Secretary himself, to review and update that MOU to further strengthen and not only that, but to expand the already very close relationship. Exactly almost 10 years ago, 2014, when we assumed office as the new executive, we had top of our agenda youth and grassroots football development. And then we are convinced that we could only get it right through the schools. We could have run our parallel programs because not all the youth or young people are going to school, but they are also catered for in another way. And the Gambia School Football Association is a member of the Gambia Football Federation. The president sits in the executive committee. So therefore, what's the relationship about? That if we have them as part of the federation, then we have to work. This is what I'm thinking. That's why we work very hard with them to revive the school football competition through a 4-year partnership sponsor that we had with the GT Bank. That partner, their predecessor, our big brother Martin, was following this issue with the GT Bank at the time. It was very difficult because this world is so many world, give and take, because the GT Bank was not benefiting anything from. Then we had to transfer our main account, that's where all the GF funds come from, another bank to the GT Bank to satisfy them, for them to be able to say, yes, we're going to sponsor this Principal's Cup. So that was a big move from the GFF. We had to do sacrifice. But not only that, because we know we want something. That's why we had the Principal's Cup for that period until it expired and the new management came. Unfortunately, the current management until recently are not very much passionate about football, because sometimes it's important. Even in your schools, I thank the heads. Mr. Jallo and the late Mr. Diba, and I have no doubt, Mr. Jeng, the way I saw you, I'm sure you are also passionate about school. Even if the school heads, those running school are not passionate about sports or football, maybe your school will not reach. Because sometimes, we have that, sometimes the leadership drives, the thing. So that's why we are able to continue working, sometimes through rough terrains, because they are also very handicapped. in terms of funding from the parent ministry to, because you know the constraints, and we all know as as a former government official, I know the competing priorities in our government, and sometimes it has to take a lot of courage and foresight to be able to sacrifice certain priorities or certain needs areas to put it into sport, because sport is seen to be something else. Some don't even entertain at all. But I think we all have to appreciate the fact that football is not just like what we felt about it. And for some of us, our generation and those a little below us and above, appreciate that then it was seen to be idling. You either play football or you don't, or you go to school. But you must sacrifice one. We all went through that. But now we've seen that it's not only fun, it's not only just leisure, it's not just only for the health benefits, but it's business. It's a lot of money. And I'm always going to encourage when a parent come to my house with his child, or a boy or girl to my house, or come to the office or call me, oh, I have my son, he only likes football. I don't know how we can help him. Because really, so at the parents, then it was reversed. Some of us have been flogged many times for playing football. They didn't mean bad, but it was the mentality and then the benefit of football at the time. But now, at least from myself, every parent will want to have your boy child or girl child to play football for obvious reasons we all know. And this has really changed the dynamics. Based on that, I urge you all to capitalize on that, encourage the kids, provide the right environment for them so that they can also achieve their dream of becoming professional footballers, boys and girls, across the world. And on that, as I said, I want to assure everybody of our desire to continue this very good relations with the ministry through our brothers in the School Football Association, to further work very hard and to bring more glories to the country. We feel very proud when we started in Cape Verde. We went to Durban, and then went back to Mauritania, and then recently from Zanzibar. I was there with the president. It's always a pleasure, always a pride to go out and see your own nationals, especially those young girls and boys, excelling. There's nothing sweeter than that. And thanks to the hard work that is done in the background. I have to recognize and really identify Ms. Suso and her colleagues in the technical side, the safeguarding officers and the coaches. They have done extremely well. We know how difficult it is to handle and mobilize these young people, but the level of discipline that we really observe is really beyond expectation, and this hence their exceptional performances. We really will continue to a larger extent run on our youth and grassroots football through the schools. What we already created for ourselves really is phenomenal. We cannot afford to retrogress. We'll continue doing that so that the potential that we have, the number of potentials we have in this country in football from the young people is phenomenal. You cannot even quantify it. Every day you see new talents coming up. And I think every child born on this land who stands up on his or her own and start working can play football. You don't need to teach a Gambian how to play football. You teach them to develop their talents for other purpose, but not really the mentality to play football. And I think we all have to agree on that. This is why we perform very well at the youth level, and then now you can see it has started reflecting on the national team level. This has been happening for many years, but really it has been further strengthened more recently. With all the limited resources, with all the constraints, financial constraints we have, what we sometimes, as he knows, Mr. C is here, but what's important, we have the common, the purpose. That's most important. We all have the same desire, the same objective. We quarrel, fight here and there, but we don't part. We always come back to the table and see what we can do together to achieve what we have today. As enumerated by Vero, we will not stop. My party is here. It's working on linking directly with CAF to ensure that these projects, it takes a long time. Even us and GFF, my colleague knows, securing a project from FIFA or CAF is not easy. It's the processes that you go through. It's all based on transparency and accountability. That's for us, we are used to it. we know what we go through. Maybe that's why we are very unpopular in some quarters in the public, because we are seen to be as thieves, to be corrupt people, eating money. But I don't think it's easier said than that. It's easier said than that. We know what we go through. Currently, we have an audit team here. This institution is audited 3 times a year. Big institution organization in this country, that happens 3 times a year. So I think we have to appreciate what we go through. We know what we go through. So I think those who are talking about corruption and this thing, I think you have to know. Maybe sometimes, the best thing is to walk across. There are a lot of information around here that can really help you to better inform the public, rather than mere assumptions. We also wouldn't help put our heads together. So Jallo said it, I have no doubt. You have a lot of challenge with the parents. Even for me, I have some parents, I don't want to name names, but I know some very close to me who even want to use the advantage of family relations to come to me, because he was worried because of the words is here, to come very worried that people care for this. What I said, no, uncle, go to bed and sleep. Yeah, go to bed. This is the process. So they can go and but still, it didn't stop there. People who knows everything think they know everything at the one, but at the end of the day, this day, I don't think I'm crazy enough to preside over this ceremony with all this media here, with all these gentlemen, everybody here, to give you false information. This reality, we work very, once again, we try everything possible to push as much as we could so that this physical infrastructure projects are realized as soon as possible, where the schools start benefiting from them. On behalf of the Secretary General, the President of CAF, who is also the main benefactor of this project, Mr. Dr. Patrice Mosepe, and the CAF Executive Committee, the Secretary General, Mr. Beron, and all my colleagues in CAF. Really, on behalf of the Gambia, I want to express our gratitude for this gesture, and we have no doubt that the CAF leadership have much more ambition in terms of school football. We are aware also FIFA also launched FIFA School for Football. It's a bigger one, so it's understood, it's appreciated that to be able to get it right, especially on this part of our world, we have challenges of getting the ages right. Sometimes people say it's cheating. Often it's not cheating. It's because of the limited, resources that we have in some of our local community to be able to get the child right age at the time or to maintain it. It's always a challenge. We all went through it. I quote an elder statesman of this country who said his date of birth was an intelligent guess. If you understand what I'm saying. And I think we have a few of us around in this table who can definitely, when we realize, oh, no, for me, this date of birth was just an intelligent guess. So it's happening. So, but now we're getting it from the schools, and as long as anybody start participating in any of the competitions that has to do with FIFA and CAF, till death, your name and your date of birth cannot be changed. And I also want to use this opportunity also to implore on the coaches, the parents, the school authorities, because it's very important. The reason why we resort to the school, in addition to our relations with the association, is also to get the ages right. If you register a 25-year-old as an under 17, you are not helping him here. He's already 25. And by 25, footballers start dropping. And you know, sir, that's why you start making money. But at least if you look at the performance, that's natural. And if you claim that person to be 17, how many years you cheated the person? In the next 2, 3, 4 years, the person will not reach his or her potential. It's not good for them. And I've seen that happening, and sometimes what's happening, because me and him, we don't have any authority on the individual's national document, like a birth certificate or a passport. Even the passports are obtained based on birth certificate. If a parent brings and presents a birth certificate, who am I to tell him or her it's not correct? So we rely on you. Sometimes people go behind you and say, no, in school, in sports, you don't give the right age, you have to reduce it. Yes, what's between you and Allah? You know what you are doing is not right. That's cheating. And in any form, lying in any form, is haram as Muslims or Christians. Much more something that's going to impact on the life of the young person from that age until he or she, So let's allow them to reach their potential freely based on the age there. And that's going to help us also, the administrators and the coaches, So I'm just trying to give this general advice, because we are interim, you know, sometimes we find some discrepancies here and there, or you misplace a birth certificate or passport. Instead of looking for a copy or whatever, you say, oh, let me guess, let me go to a new, I know, I think, you know. Sometimes inadvertently, because you cannot keep the record, and you don't see the document. Now you have two different information in the system. So now nothing escapes, you know, and records don't lie. So, and they go and plug that and say, oh, no, you know, Kawabajo, no, we have him here, who was becoming primary school. His date of birth was 10/11/1924. Now you are bringing us 7 December 1923. You know, and then the chance that young man or girl who has so much enthusiasm and determination to go and compete in that competition is dashed. Oh, sorry. And who do we blame? Who would he or she blame? So let's try to do the right thing. We get it right, and they can live on the sport for many years, and the glory will continue, rather than going for 1 or 2 years, 3 years, and you start seeing them dropping without even realizing half of their potential because you cannot cheat it. You all know, no, there are things that you cannot cheat in life. Some of them are natural. On that note, really, I want to once again thank you all for coming, and then to once again encourage the school system to give their best to the schools, to sports, and especially in this particular for football, and be assured that we at Gambia Football Federation, our #1 partner in football development is the schools through the School Football Association. We'll continue participating at all national, at all the regional level to national level, and beyond the continental and global level. So once again, like last note, we're all proud of Yankuba Minte. Where did he start? We all saw him at the principal. He came from the school, directly from the school to the divisional competition. Messi, I fully remember. You know, all of us remember him at the stadium in that tournament from backward. And he have many of his lives. You know, Musabara, not for the particular, but they will come from the schools. So let's see how we can endeavor to maintain the momentum for the benefit of the. I thank you all for your kind attention. I'm very sorry for a lengthy statement, but I think once again I want to repeat, Mr. Jallo, in the next academic year, the school is going to become. We already have a good place for you, because Burfoot people don't deserve scan aid. No, it's a remote village. Mr. Jallo, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Tracy. That long and motivating speech, as well as encouraging the Gambian youths, particularly myself, starting from myself, down to every youth who is in the Gambia and who is a fan of football. We also thank you very much, Tracy, for being an exemplary leader. We also thank you for your kind patience. Thank you for everything you've done for football in the Gambia, because without you here today, I don't think this project will move forward like it is here. We are celebrating. So you and your executive team, we're giving you great remarks, saying that football without you is known to this ceremony today. And this will also lead me to take the opportunity to also thank JS and the acting secretary, Kemo, for not one day or second being reluctant. Anytime we call them, when I have message from CAF, direct to GFF, it's answerable. So that make work very easy for me also to reach out to the schools. So without their support also, I don't think we'll go far with this project. And I also like to quote that, to whom brain is given, sense is expected. This is for CAF particular, the president, the team, Sarai, and to go down to Yvonne, everyone that hosts to this championship development. Because I believe they thought about it is important not to give physical cars, but as well to do everlasting projects that will last in the continent as a legacy. So we are very, very happy for this project to be implemented in the Gambia. And as well take this opportunity also to notice the presence of the school captains. I know now they're in the senior secondary schools, but due to the long overdue, what I want to say to you all, just say to yourself like this, I am proud of myself, because you people made us to be here today. Yeah. And then you are grand ambassadors in the community, the society. This thing you may not benefit directly, like the school bus, like the jerseys, you know where them, or the borehole, but this is something you contributed and through football. So that will ever last for you and your family. Some people also want to be like you. For myself, I want to go back to 15 years now, because during our days, we didn't have these golden opportunities. And we are also great those days. But you know, when time comes, you must have to accept. So I'm happy also GFF gave me the opportunity, since when I was the staff, to coordinate this project. And here we are today, I'm with WAFU still continuing the same project. So nobody is more than happy to meet today other than me here in this hall. I want to say thank you very much to Sang Dong and the team, the Gambia Football Federation technical team, because they mold and build everything since 2 years ago. So thank you very much, Presi, for this wonderful words. And we'll move on to the presentation of equipment. But for your notice, I would like to say part of this is the football equipment. Let me make it clear. It's a football books, jerseys, you have football itself, and you have tracksuits. And I think this is a complete set that, you know, during our days we never have. So because of the transition in football, today these schools are able to achieve all this in the name of football. So thank you very much, Presi, and I welcome this opportunity for you to start the presentation of equipment.
This one is for... Okay, I think as it was announced, we have loads of boxes outside. Yeah. We cannot bring them and take them down. We want to do the symbolic presentation, and then after you can go and take delivery of the okay, huh? Scan it, Mr. Jallo. Maybe one to come. Voilà. No. Have you set cameras? The camera. No. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And the bib. Okay. Okay,
Captain for... Where's your captain?
Captain?
Yes, please.
Okay. No, Captain Allo.
Thank you.
Voila. Okay. So I repeat on behalf of Dr. Patrice Mosepe of the Confederation of African Football, and also for the Mosepe Foundation, to hand over these materials to Scan It Upper Basic School for a job well done in the past competition. Also want to extend the gratitude to you, greetings from the CAF Secretary General, Veron, and also the Director of Member Associations, Madam Sarah Kunda, who is also the one coordinating all these activities. So it's a pleasure for us to have you. All the best. Thank you. All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
That's the top. Yo, sama ikon sama kamu. Aja. Okay, stop. Okay, Mr. Jen, on behalf of the President of CAF, who is also founder and chairman of the Mosepe Foundation, I'm the honor to hand over these football materials to you, your school, for the school's participation in the first edition of the CAF African School Football Championship from the zonal level to the continental level. It's a pleasure, and also bring greetings from the CAF Secretary General, and also Madam Sarah Mokana, because she's very key. Sarah is the Director of a Member Association who is running this project, and with her staff. We have much order to present this, and we are looking forward to the implementation, the swift implementation of the remaining projects. We encourage you really to encourage the school students to be able to participate in the subsequent.
Thank you very much. Thank you. On behalf of the school, we take a big thanks to the organization. Hi. Hey, hey, yeah, please. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very much for that presentation, Mr. President. And thank you also very much to all the present school principals here. I think now there must be one gap closed. You are happy that you receive your equipment? Yes, thank you very much. So next on the agenda, the last but not the least, is a vote of thanks by Mr. Alassane C, who is in this project day to day with us and the schools, running up and down to make sure it's implemented. But before you come in, sir, please, let me just say this important thing, Presi. It's due to this very important tournament that we are happy to say also, with the support of Gambia Football Federation, that the Scan 8 Gambia is going to represent the Gambia in the international tournament in the Norway Cup. That you know. Yeah, that you know is a great transition.
No, and that has changed.
Yeah, they will cry first. Okay, now Scan 8 is X, is Brikama now. Okay. So we are saying entire Gambians, we are happy for that. I know 15, 16 years ago, Gambia once participated in the FIFA, in that Norway Cup, which I myself was a player, but through that year, still now, Gambia has never for the female. So we are happy to say, we are wishing you good luck on this journey. And thank you, President Gambia Football Federation, for the support and recognition. Because of these chances given, that's why they can apply for programs outside and have slot. Thank you very much and good luck on your journey. And then, no, this is important to be recognized, international competition. So we give the floor to Mr. C to give a vote of thanks, please.
Thank you very much, Madam Vero. Thank you very much, the media present here. I thank you. I also acknowledge the presence of WAFU A executive members that are here. That became my family members at the end of the journey. I become part of them. I can call them. I know all of them. And I can even email them, because they become part of my family through these projects. And I thank the president of the Gambia Football Federation. They have did all support for us through the schools. And equally, I thank Mr. Cisse for the trust he embedded on us to allow us to take this leadership on his behalf without any intervention throughout the journey. It's a great achievement for the Gambia in the sense that this project, when we were starting the project, we normally project the whole document at the Gold Project. We look at the document, we review it. I remember sometime when I told Mr. Cisse some schools have to go down because they could not make the requirement. They were not happy with us. Because CAF, WAFU, CAF have their requirements, and you cannot take any child that cannot make up in that requirement. And the other thing that I want to encourage all of us here is that to allow these children to go to school. I remember in CAFU, this project is entirely for school-going children. And you can fully remember that there is no document that you can submit there that is not authenticated by a school. So that is telling you that you cannot take any outsider to put that individual into this project. It is not a project that is meant for Ismaila Cisse. It's not a project that is meant for Alassane C. It is a project that is meant for Gambian schools. And the beauty part now, it is turned to national school team. That is telling you that no child can be part of this project if he or she is not an ongoing school children. Let us understand this. We respect the academics to a level that they are developing school children. But equally, I remember the ministry, I think maybe Mr. Bajo might remember some time ago, the ministry is telling him that, how can you help us, the academic, to allow these children to go to school? I'm sure the COGIS president is here. We want every Gambian child to go to school. That is the objective. The people we are talking about here, even in Spain, those they are best players, we all see them graduating in the universities. So what is stopping our own children from going to school? Football is lifetime. We were all in the game one day or the other. But at the end, the career could not go any more longer. What takes us is the academic. And the other thing also, I strengthen to thank the coaches of the schools, various schools. Of all the schools that took part in the median, the schools that took part there, and they were all very much ambitious to see that they become champions. They invested a lot so that they will be part of this package. But unfortunately, we are only asked to identify only the winners, male and female. So when these two schools were lucky also to be there, the principals were ready to give them the support. The late Mr. Diba, I remember he was constantly calling me. And most especially when the project was coming, he asked me that, I learned they have won the prizes. I said, fine, but it is in project forms. That's why sometimes if people go to the social media, and there is no media that will tell you, they call me and ask me questions with regards to this cash money, and they got a response from me that saying that the money is in the Gambia. If you want clarification, there are people that are spearheading this project. Call them directly, they'll give you the right information. Even the principals, if they call me, what always I tell them is that these are projects, and it is in the hands of CAF. It's not in the hands of GFF. Whenever the projects come, I'm sure you are going to be, the material will be handed over to you. And that's where we are today. As a ministry, you know, Mr. Bajos, we are in two CAFs. Equally, we are in two CAFs. I'm a secretary to Mr. Sise, equally the desk officer to the permanent secretary. So, as a ministry, I'm so optimistic that we will support every Gambian child to play football. That is the objective. That's why whenever there are football projects, programs, the ministry is more than the word willing to give all their support to see that that program is whole successfully. Let's see that these children are going to school and equally they play football. That will help them life after sport. At the end of the day, if the child can't play football or sustain a serious injury, you will be able to get the child a better career. Education is key and is fundamental. Let's try to encourage our children to go to school. That is the way out for this, all the entire project. SCAN coaches and new Yundum coaches, we all know what you people have done. I've been with you people in both Cape Verde and South Africa. And I know what you people have did for these children, and I know the level of motivation they gain from the schools. If all principals are ready to motivate schools, children to play football or to engage in sports in general, I'm sure the country will move to the level that we want it to be. But it is unfortunate that some don't have the passion. As the previous speakers rated, some you can't put them on the boat while they are not ready to get into the river. But the few that are there, let's see that you sacrifice for the students. PE teachers also, let them also see that these children are well protected. She has mentioned about the issue of safeguarding. I have been saying this, there is no team that can move without a safeguarding officer. Safeguarding is key in any competition that you are going to. That is the protection of the girl child, the protection of the boy. It is key and fundamental. Let's see these children as our own children whenever we are out there. I was from a school when you people were going for the first competition. I would have been like somebody that I might not even be interested to join you people. But by virtue of position and being in that position and having the passion for the game, it is my responsibility to support you people to any level. And which I am sure you people applaud that we have did that for you people. Even the projects, day in and out, I remember there was a day we were at the Gold Project up to 6 o'clock, just to see that all these projects are submitted to CAF through the Secretary of GFF. And whenever there is information back again, the PE teachers will start complaining the principal, oh, come on, this is the information. I said, just be patient. Let's fill the necessary information that they ask you to fill and submit the document back. Even the materials, when the reverse form came, I have to coach you, I have to counsel some of them to understand that CAF is partnering with Puma, and they said they want those people to possess their materials. So the simple instruction is that you fill the form and submit the document. So that alone, I have gone a long way with GFF, more especially the technical department. We have did a lot of things together, and the ministry at large, and school sport in general. We have very vibrant executives that are in the school sport that I'm sure they can able to transform the school system to another level. Today is SCAN and New Yundum. Tomorrow, we're talking about the national school team now. How best we can develop it, what approach are we going to take, and what best for this country. But I want to thank each and every one of you here, more especially the media. I'm sure you people are responsible for every information that is going out there. And the GFF team, together with even Mr. Sise, is fully aware that primary school, after 9 years, They are going for their inter-regional football championship at Jarasoma. We want them to test a similar thing. We are trying to see how best we can also cope them in the system, because we believe it's a transition. If you talk about the school system, you're talking about from the kindergarten, that is the nursery, down to the senior secondary school. That is the next target we have for the school system. We want to engage every child in the school to play football through the school sport association. And that's why we'll give all the support to the primary school to see that that tournament in Jarasoma is a success. And the federation is fully also behind us, together with the school football, and the ministry at large is trying to support that competition to go successfully. At the end of the day, you will get the results, and we will thank all stakeholders that graced that occasion, and we call in the media too, even to get some tips of reports from Jarasoma. It's starting from tomorrow down to Sunday. So it's going to be like how the independent is. It's going to be in a league form, and regions will be ranked based on their positions. So on that note, I don't want to keep us too long here. It's already after 2. I am more than the word delighted to see that this project is successful and it is implemented. And the Federation has did a lot to help us. They have did a lot to support us morally, physically, any type of support they have did it for us. Wherever we need the need arise, we knock at their doors. They will say, no, let us help us and give you somebody that can help you, or somebody that can able to guide you in the proper manner. Vero was my colleague in this project. Thank God she is to another level. So I just wish her a very successful journey in that group. And 2, I'm sure this is the Gambia. And our objective is to see that we develop sport at all levels. And may all of us achieve that objective. And we see that every Gambian child is introduced to play football. And we wish all of you all the best of luck in your media career. And we see that the ministry also is open for all of you. Whatever you want to get from the ministry, do not hesitate. You can call, you can question. That is what the ministry is meant for. That's why our communication unit team 2 is here, MOPSI is here. The whole set of MOPSI is here. So we just saying that he has already mentioned that we are working on another project with GFF to see that the MOU is revised and to a level that will suit the standard of every Gambian child that is going to school. On final note, encourage every child to go to school and play football. And on that note, I wish all of you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cisse. You have said it all. And first of all, let me just say I want to recognize the presence of Jallo, Vice Principal of Yundum Basic School. We heard about your team leader support on this project, and I also want to say thank you as a mother, thank you as a parent, thank you as a role model. Because they are also guys, but as well you do the same for women. Women speak in the school. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Steve, we thank you very much for those kind words. Really happy to hear that football goes with education, and you encourage the Gambian youth population, encourage their parents as well. Let them take school very seriously with sports. Because one cannot go without the other. You can be a great star, but you cannot speak and write after your career. And always it's important to know that it's always life after football. So next, what will you do? That's why it's important, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, just to close this wonderful occasion, this gathering. I am very, very pleased. You can see this smile on my face. And as well, I knew everyone here is happy today. So just take permission from my boss, close this program, and say long live football, long live CAF, long live Gambia Football Federation. We are very, very happy to be here, and we wish to have more of this in Gambia. So thank you, Sai, Head of Division. Thank you, Nico, the person directly responsible working with us in this project. And my colleague in office, Mr. Aswari Javi, who is not around here, but he is technically responsible for New Yundum Basic School. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, my boss,